Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my 20-gallon aquarium and its journey over the last 2 years. I set this tank up in February 2021 with a simple double island layout using black lava rock and azalea root. It was quite a heavily planted low-tech tank with a lot of different species of plants. After setting it up, I would dose fertilisers every single day and do regular maintenance once a week, which resulted in really good plant growth and a very healthy tank. The plants were growing so fast it was almost hard to keep on top of it. Here's an example of a few weeks of growth. But now, to take you up to date, this is how my tank is looking. After about a year, I stopped dosing the fertilisers altogether, and I also stopped the weekly water changes and regular maintenance. And now I'm going to talk you through what happened. The main effect, of course, was a change in the rate of plant growth, but there were also a few other changes I've noticed as well. The water quality has remained very good, so I've been able to keep the fish and shrimp with no issues. However, I've definitely noticed a decrease in the amount of breeding going on in the tank. This is likely due to me doing less water changes, as well as there being less plant cover, so the fish and shrimp don't feel as comfortable to breed. I'm still using the small All Pond Solutions canister filter, and it's given me no problems over the last 2 years at all. The intake has got some algae growing on it, and that is the next issue I want to talk about. Of course I have the normal thin layer of green algae growing on glass, but that's fine, it's not an issue, I always had it and it's really easy to remove. But since I stopped regular maintenance and fertilisation in this tank, the blackbeard algae has taken off, and it's sort of taken over the driftwood and the plants in the tank. It's not as bad as some cases I've seen, but it's unpleasant to look at, and it has definitely grown a lot more since I stopped with the regular water changes and the fertiliser. Now on to the main difference, the plant growth. Some plants surprised me, especially this Limnophilus acyliflora, which is meant to be a very easy low-tech plant. Whenever I stopped with the fertiliser, it just became really thin, and it would never really grow tall, compared to whenever I was dosing the fertiliser, and it would grow very tall, very thick and very fast. Java fern has surprised me the most, seeing as it's meant to be a complete beginner plant. It has just completely died off since I stopped dosing the fertiliser. A lot of the leaves turned brown and I haven't really noticed any new growth at all. The Busa philander has been doing really well, it hasn't really grown any algae on it and has continued to get bigger and stay really healthy. This Pugestimon helferi is meant to be a difficult plant to grow, but it has stayed alive even though it's not too healthy. The crypt flamingo has done really well, which surprised me, but it's because there's a lot of nutrients in the sand of this tank. The rotala has stayed alive, but it's only really the top which is getting all the light that stays healthy. Once you travel down a little bit, all the leaves disappear. So I've decided to take action by restocking on the fertiliser. This is the one I used originally, and I've bought a new bottle. And I'm going to be fully breaking down this tank and rescaping it, going back to regular maintenance and fertiliser, and that'll be the next video, so make sure you stay tuned.